Good evening, brothers, sisters, and gender norm resistors. It's time once again for another episode of The Outer Worlds. Wow, I am all out of it today. With me, your host, Ollamh. Welcome. Camera's a little bit off, of course, because it always gets knocked around a little bit here and there. So yes, we're back with some more of The Outer Worlds. We've got a few different things that we can do. We've got a few different little quirky things to get to. We've got this abandoned station this abandoned UDL station that Sublight wants us to take control of so that they can own it. But not for salvage. They don't want to salvage it because that would be against the board rules. But if they take it over as one of their properties and, hosting some of their offices there, that, for some reason, is perfectly legal, which I don't understand. Anyway, so yes, we're going to go ahead and just jump right on into it, I think. And start with that. We might explore Byzantium a little bit. I'm going to hold off on the Gorgon, on the Perils of Gorgon, Peril on Gorgon, until Saturday so that we get a full week run of it. So, yeah, let's get this loaded up here and... See, we've got Phineas's contact on Byzantium. You know, just dropping a clip like that, not exactly the best. So, yeah, we've got a faction quest of Ice Palace. So, it's HRS 1084, a satellite in outer part of Halcyon system. Heliospheric Research Station 1084 is technically owned by the board, but has been long since abandoned. So, all right, let's go see what this
We've reached HRS-1084, Captain. It's emitting a very weak docking signal. I almost mislabeled it as normal etheric static. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Oh, you really don't have anything as far as this deal.
How can I see you soon, Captain?
Yep. Alright, so we are going to take...
Stay safe out there.
Of course, Ada, jeez. Well, that's where your voice is coming from, huh? Okay. That's a nice grill. I like that grill. I do not think we don't really need Max, or Felix, rather. Well, should we take Ellie? I mean, we're gonna take Parvati, obviously. I mean, I guess we'll take Ellie with us. Ellie and Parvati. That's fine. That is a good team.
It's quiet as the grave in here. We should get the power generator going again. Might cheer up the place.
Right. Well, the hologram for restricted access is still there. Somebody, seriously just bashed in all these robots. Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa, ladies!
I'm going.
All right.
Coming.
Only you can protect fourth quarter profits. What if I don't want to protect? Ooh, glacial water. Bottle of pure melted pack ice. Caffeine drink. Okay, so they're putting caffeine in there. Oh, okay, cacao milk. Chocolate milk. I'm not sure which would be more disturbing. to put quotations around chocolate or milk. I mean, technically it is milk from a cacao. But yeah, so it's like, we grafted the chocolate DNA strands from the CCN76 cacao hybrid into a woolly cow. And now you have have fresh chocolate milk whenever you want. That's science. That's Happy Dale Farms. We also have curds, semi-solid coagulated woolly cow milk. Yes, it's generally called cheese. Well, I guess that's like the curds and whey, Little Miss Muffet. You know, maybe that's what we'll do next as far as our blender stuff is we'll make the cabinets and stuff like that. Adrena. All right. Well, we can't get through that. Ooh, that is a lot of enemies. There are a lot of enemies all of a sudden. I don't think they were there to begin with. Okay, generator status active. Generator mode maintenance, 2% output. Modify the generator mode to normal, please. Engineering section terminal, updating generator mode to normal. Disabling emergency lights, activating facility lights, activating security protocols, not great. Activating air recyclers, new laboratory scent options selected. Flushing toilets. Error, flushing toilets. See maintenance logs for details. Okay. Maintenance logs? Critical issues. 1. Non-critical issues. 2. Critical issues. Issue 1. A toilet in the maintenance barracks does not flush. Replacement part ordered 3 days ago. Wow, that's a long time ago. Non-critical issues. Sensors indicate Alta Vita gas is leaking from storage tanks. Alta Vita gas is toxic to humans. Wait, that's a non-critical issue? Like, a non-flushing toilet is more critical than, like, pumping out a poisonous gas. Admin override priority set to non-critical. Management does not utilize Alta Vita gas storage. Does not utilize the Alta Vita gas tank storage room. Right, management doesn't, but other people do. Issue 2. Sensors detect that the new laboratory scent air freshener is running low. Well, let's repair the toilet. Error, work order already exists. The existing work order was opened 991 days ago and was last accessed 991 days ago. Well, I guess we know when this, yeah, so this whole thing has been abandoned for at least 991 days.
Captain, I've been attempting to contact you with urgent news. However, communicational functionality was impaired due to the power outage.
All right, what's going on, Ada?
A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station. They are patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. So glad we finally have this opportunity. My ship is docked with 1084. There's no escape.
What do you want?
You've been poking your nose into restricted locations. This makes my superiors unhappy. I could peel your ship open like a can of forest. But I'm in a sporting mood.
What was that? You want me to hit this big self-destruct button?
I didn't say that. How did you gain access to that system? Stop it at once.
Welcome to hell, Commander.
Did you hit it yet? What's happening in there? I don't know who you are, but I have nothing to gain by risking my hide against a lunatic. Commander out.
Aww.
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station. They appear to be departing into space.
Nice. I've never been great at de-escalation.
Yeah, it's a skill. So yeah, we just totally bluffed our way out of everything. I mean, I'm pretty sure we still got some security robots that are gonna cause us some issues. But I think we just, like, bluffed our way out of having to deal with all of that bullshit. So yeah, see, the robots are up and running again. Which is fine. So yeah, we bluffed our way, we bluffed the board's big bad bounty hunters into just being like, yeah, we're just gonna let you guys do your own thing. Okay.
Watch your step.
All right. Can you shake it off? Shake it off, buddy. All right, there we go. So let's see here. This is high security containment checkpoint beta. Security routines. UDL Electrofloor 3000 is online. Disengage. Mama Bear? Kimball came by asking if any of the docs had been around. I told her what I know. It's been quiet. Just ask Alpha. She walked off with a spring in her step. Okay, weird. Then she requisitioned a UDL Electrofloor 3000 for my checkpoint and a crate of concussion mines. Guess she didn't believe me. Is she preparing for war? She's acting like she doesn't... She's acting like she knows something the rest of us don't. Seems especially uncomfortable around the docks. Well, let's see what's going on in here, huh? So yeah, there's the Electrofloors. Whoop, oh! I just realized I heard beeping. So these are just bunks. Like, why did she need a... Why did she put an electrifying floor between the bunks and the main area? A little disconcerting. Oh God. For a moment there, I thought that was... I thought that was like a disembodied nose for a minute there. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? No, that's just the bit that goes over the nose. All right.
They've been left here all alone.
Why are there people who are in, like... Yeah, these people are cryogenically frozen, maybe? Current status, alive, unstable condition. Status setting active. Notes, subject's condition is dire. Make sure resuscitation devices are on hand upon revival. Please hold on, Claire. We almost had it this time, I swear. We'll bring you back. With love, Dr. Eva Chartrand, Dr. Lorelei Fall, and James Guthrie. Okay. This is getting kind of dark and disturbing. Let's see here. Note, subject should not be revived until method for stabilizing his condition is found. Okay, but what's their condition? What condition are we talking about here? Subject James Guthrie. Note, subject will need extensive nuclear resequencing for any chance of viable extraction. I'm so sorry we ended up like this, James. We will come back for you all and fix this, I swear on it. Okay, so yeah, something got loose here and really fucked shit up. I mean, so much so that people were left 60 credits. Circuit diagram. Personal terminal, E. Chartrand. It has been 1,217 days since last login. Security routines. Unlock personal quarters. Modify system access protocols. Admin location Byzantium. Insert the Sublight override cartridge. So now they're saying, hey, the owner is actually SL Boss A Area 51. Really? A51 on the Groundbreaker. Accessing override data. Displaying automated confirmation. If you're reading this, you're standing in the legal property of Sublight Salvage and Shipping. Good work, contractor. Report back to Sublight HQ to collect your cut. Project summary. Executive Research Focus Group E177J48. Purpose biological hybridization and assimilation strategies. Well, now this sounds a lot like what they were working on at Monarch. Go further the chimeric sciences via the targeted modification of a human nucleon using strands obtained from halcyon native fauna. Classification C-Rapt 1007, aka Raptodon. Okay, so they were trying... So this is continuation of trying to adapt... Trying to graft different fauna to humans, which is just a terrifying idea. From Redacted, subject Station Morale. It has come to my attention that a culture of distrust has soured relations between HRS 108's research staff and security personnel. Many of you have submitted requests for early dismissal. To the research staff, the importance of your work supersedes any interpersonal conflicts. To our security personnel, there will be no early dismissal. You will also notice that your employment contract has no set end date. We can enjoy a discussion of morale and its impact on success metrics once the question of humanity's place in the Halcyon colony is answered. In the meantime, get back to work. Let's look at the logs. Charlie. We almost lost Charlie. It was a runaway resequencing shift. Once it started, it kept going, spreading beyond the isolated tissue to a full-blown systemic infiltration. He said it was like every organ was itchy. I told him we'd ice him, freeze him until we could work out how to reverse what had gone wrong. Every time Lore walked by me, she rubbed my shoulders and asked me to take a different reading. They didn't need to be taken, it was just to keep my mind occupied. She's checking on me every hour since. Let's look at Claire. We had to put Claire on ice today. She and the others drew straws. Claire lost. The change was slower this time. At first, the resequence stayed within normal parameters, but then it spread again, just like with Charlie. Tomorrow I'm reaching out to my handler directly. I need some answers. Wonder how Guthrie's doing. I hear symphony music from under his door. Let's take a look at James here. This log is being entered by Dr. Fall. I had to prescribe Dr. Chartrand enough sedatives to knock out a primal. Yesterday morning, Dr. Guthrie and I drew straws to decide which of us would be the next test subject. He pulled the short one. No new developments. After all our sacrifices, it still feels like we're miles away from a breakthrough. Eva hasn't forgiven herself for the loss. Maybe some time away from HRS 1084 will clear her mind. The board confirmed receipt of my report and transmitted our recall notice. We're awaiting transport. I wish we could take some time away from the project to clear our heads, but we're not even close to that point. Alright, let's take a look at the outbound transmission. Chartrand, is anyone listening on this frequency? Who is this? I'm the project lead on 1084. I wanted Station 1084, you have orders to maintain wireless silence until a mission end statement is achieved. Executive override password, whatever it is. So yeah, this is the exact same. This is where, so the people that were on Monarch that were trying this were moved out to this station and going from there. What can I do for you, Doctor? The board told me they would deliver my queries about our transcription problem on the Cornelius Vanderbilt. Where are we on that? I'm afraid I can't provide an update status at this time, Doctor. The assault cruiser should have arrived on Earth by now. My query was addressed to the Chimerical Research Department at George de Hevesy Institute in Budapest. One of my associates will reach out when we have an update. When? Aren't you in contact with the assault cruiser? What happened out there? Station 1084, misuse of this channel is a fireable offense, as is abusing your executive override. Save in cases of emergency. Damn it, this is an emergent. Transmission ends. Executive override for user E. Chartrand discontinued. Duration indefinite. Okay, so they did not like him asking questions.
Job done. We can go home to the ship, right? I've been missing Ada fierce. Hold on a tick. Don't we know Chartrand? From Cascadia?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about this. So they kept on trying to graft non-human DNA to... Yeah, this is not good. This is very much not good. I don't think they want it. I think they're wanting to take over the research. I'm very much getting the feeling that that's what they're going for. It's just taking over this research. This research is evil, it's dangerous, it's deadly. Priority user, Kimball. Let's take a look at the messages. To redacted, are your concerns? Of course morale is low. You gave those PhDs tanks of nuclear scrambling gas and no warm bodies to test it on. What did you think would happen? They can test on each other all they want, but no one lays a hand on my squad. I'm installing safeguards in case anyone changes that decree. You asked that I reach out. I'm doing so. Is something amiss with the team? How is their morale? Their commitment to the project? Oh, of course their morale, yeah. Bedtime story. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a princess who trained to be a soldier. While the other princesses got jobs at canneries and counting houses, the soldier squinted down her sights at the firing range and made sure she hit the target every time. Then one day, a not very nice man offered her a job at an ivory tower far, far away from the kingdom. The princess could provide for her ailing father, her lovely child, and her goofball husband, but she would have to stay locked in the tower until the doctors could find a way out. Once she thought better of her choices, the princess applied for early dismissal, but no one listened. The end. I love you, Angelica. Maybe you can write me a better ending? Give your father a hug and tell him I'm sorry I'm missing another birthday. Oof, that's rough. So engage automechanical recharge protocols. Oh, well, it's a bit late for that. All the mechanicals are toast. So yeah, that explains why the board was able to track us. They tagged us on Cascadia, taking a look at the research stuff there on Cascadia. Keycard encoder, well, let's take a look at the messages. From redacted, subject closing down. A transport vessel has been dispatched to HRS 1084. I have taken the liberty of upgrading the sensitive materials containment rating of this asset, which means you are permitted to leave with company-branded consumables, but all personal effects must be left behind. Do not interfere with the tanks. A cleanup crew will dispose of all exhausted assets in time. Anyone who requires ethical correction therapy can speak to a Spacer Care approved alienist. So basically, yeah, they closed this down and moved him somewhere else, so that's why it's abandoned. We don't know where they moved him to, but they're still working on the same damn project. Note on Guthrie, James is gone and he never said goodbye. I keep telling myself that he wanted me to remember him as he was outside of the tank. Or maybe he was just bad at goodbyes. When I saw what was left of him, I wanted to airlock everyone who let it happen. You could not have said the same. You could have said something, James. We were never short on time. Nothing's keeping me here now. The bits aren't worth it. I've requested a transfer. I get the impression I'm not the only one. So Chief Kimball thinks there'll be trouble once the docks run out of warm bodies. If James was around, I know he'd set her straight. Now that he's gone, maybe I could use some convincing too. She showed up next to my bunk last night, said if anything happened to her, her password was her daughter's name. I hope it never comes to that. So see, there's a blank card. So we are really doing things just completely backwards. So now we have a key code. So now we have a key card, so we should be free to walk around this place without anybody trying to stop us. Not that there's anybody left to stop us. There's not. Just a nameless scientist who was up here with a hunting rifle. I think was probably terrified of something going on down below. So just kind of like set themselves up in a hunting nest there.
Huh?
That is a malfunctioning door. Oh, there's just something back there. Now, what's that? Is this just another way into the same... Yeah, okay. Another way into the same area. All right, cool. So yeah, what you're looking for isn't here. They have moved on since.
Captain, I wish to offer my commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS-1084. I did not favor the idea of being stripped and sold for parts.
I would never let them do that to you, Ada.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
So yeah, I wonder where they're gonna have us go next. What area that you're gonna say? Okay, hey, you know what? This one didn't pan out. You didn't find what we were actually looking for. So maybe try this area next, or try that area next.
Rizzo's knock you out bar. A CCN 76.
All right, so back up to Sublight.
CNP Borsted Baked Beans. When you eat Borsted Baked Beans is the only one.
So what do you think? Did any input there, Ellie?
Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system. Well done, Captain.
Look, the base had scientists in suspension tanks. Some might still be alive.
I heard about that. While my lawyers scratch their heads wondering how we deal with human salvage, I'm leaving the researchers in hibernation.
That's probably a good idea.
Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station?
I did run into a UDL gunship buzz for the station, but I convinced them to back off.
I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. You might have figured that out already.
Let's see here. A rare gas in a lab that tested on people. Couldn't have been a coincidence.
You have an eye for patterns. Good. We need more contractors like you. After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know.
The truth about the human tailbone?
I'm thinking more along the lines of the sapient species paradox. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters.
I'm guessing you have an idea.
Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me, Captain?
I can do that, sure.
Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it.
Aliens.
I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone.
Well, at least she doesn't expect us to believe it.
That's true.
This doesn't feel at all right, Captain.
Right?
The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blindfolds on. I assume you have questions?
I've got a few.
If we're gonna see this through, I'll need your trust and commitment. Now's the time for setting doubts aside.
When you say aliens, what are we talking about here?
Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators, assuming they haven't all been replaced. This is an invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is mixing our nucleon with halcyon biology to twist us, change us, make us more like those monsters on Monarch.
Look, I haven't seen any evidence of aliens.
No kidding. That's how they want it. When I lined up the evidence in my spreadsheet, there was only one possible conclusion looking back at me. This is my data talking, not my anxiety or lack of sleep.
Well, now how do you know I'm not an alien spy on a mission to silence you?
Sharing my findings took a calculated risk. If you were a spy, I doubt you'd even realize it. Only your cells would know.
Well, that's comforting. No, I gotta do it. I gotta cross my eyes and say, we're coming to get you, Lilia.
Tobias, get my knife. That was a joke. Ha ha. We each get one. Now, back to business.
All right, and now tell me what needs to be done.
Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species, and I need you to put a bullet through her skull.
Why does Dr. Chartrand need to die?
She's a research scientist and a damn good one. Before UDL poached her, she engineered a 0.2% increase in cystipig juiciness. Now she's doing the same thing with humanity. Her fingerprints were all over Station 1084. You saw what she did to her team.
When did Sublight get so principled?
It's cute that you'd think that about me. I just want to add savior of humanity to my resume. I've got ambitions outside of this office, you know. Besides, this way Sublight gets first dibs on alien salvage.
The labs I passed through didn't seem that evil.
Do you usually come across innocent people trapped in suspension tanks? Because some of us would call that excessive. Remember, the tanks were just the shit she left behind. Just imagine the experiments she carted off to her next lab.
Where does Chartrand fit into your alien conspiracy?
We're far beyond theories. Chartrand's logs, the gas, the suspension tanks, how much proof do you need? Wake up, Captain.
A little bit
An
of proof.
invasion needs collaborators working from the shadows. She has access to the board, unlimited funds, and a colony full of sheep.
I don't think murder's covered under my contractor employment agreement.
Just think of it as salvaging hope from the smoking wreckage of humanity. This is your initiation into a future with Sublight. Want a steady position in our ranks? Buy one with a bullet.
Look, I don't know about this.
If you don't want the job, just walk away. I'm giving you first dibs because you've seen what's at stake.
All right, it sounds messy,
This
but I'll
key
take
card
it.
will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone. Maybe even deeper than that.
Yeah, this smells hinky.
Miss Lilia takes good care of us, see? The authorities stay off our tails.
CNP Bourse Pockets can be macrowaved in 2.5 seconds. Bourse Pocket.
Does every culture just like instinctively create a meat-like substance that's put into a dough-like bread and just I don't know how I got to where I am. I don't know how I got there. I don't know how to get out of there. There we go. All right. It should be a... Where's this go? Oh.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Do you have what it takes to defend your corporate township
Nope.
from the danger?
I do not have what it takes. So yeah, we're going to Byzantium, and one of the strange things about Byzantium, there's a really, really strange thing about Byzantium here, is the way they talk about Byzantium, they make it sound like it's like this far off, this super far off, this super far off planet, like it's another world. It's just around on the other side of the same goddamn planet. Like, Terra 2 literally has Edgewater. So Edgewater, where we started off in Edgewater, where they were, you know, they were having problems with the cannery and everything like that. Same planet as the city that encompasses all of the boldest and brightest, all the CEOs. Everything like that is, you know, yeah, they're all there on...
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain. Welcome back, Captain.
Thank you.
How can I be of assistance? What part of the colony? Where in Terra 2?
I wanted...
Of course. What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Well,
May luck be with you. Of course, as I am sure you are.
Yeah. Luck doesn't exist.
Can we talk?
Sure.
Since we're in Byzantium, there's something I've been meaning to do.
What's that?
I haven't actually talked to my folks in a while. Shocking, right? Anyway, it's probably about time I paid them a visit. Given the dangerous life I lead, they've got to be worried sick.
Your parents live on in Byzantium. Funny, you don't strike me as the type who keeps in touch.
Which brings us to where we are today. Several messages and a few years late. See, I'm originally from Byzantium, born and raised. I know that probably comes as a big surprise.
And now you just want to catch up with them?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm proud of you, Ellie. Of course you should reconnect with your parents.
Reconnect is a strong word.
Yeah, you're going to shoot him, aren't you?
I was thinking you'd come too.
Why do you want me to meet your parents?
Because it would be fun.
Level with me, Ellie. What's this really about?
It's, well, they know me as Marilyn the surgeon. They don't know Ellie the pirate Sawbones. But you're authentic rabble. True riffraff. When they see you, they'll get it.
Ellie, I'm flattered. Thank you.
Yeah, just don't let it go to your head.
Okay, we'll go.
Great. And when we get there, draw out your rough edges a bit. If you've got an outfit you haven't washed in a while, maybe one with some blood stains, wear that one.
What?
Oh, and help yourself to the good snacks and put your feet on the coffee table. Mother hates that.
I get the idea, Ellie.
Just know that I've got plenty more suggestions if you need them.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Anything else?
I got something to say about Harlow?
What did I tell you? His down with the man shtick was just an act. No one who yammers that much means half of it.
It's hard to know who to trust.
Take a page out of my rule book. Don't trust anyone. Then it's easy.
Look, just because Arlo turned out to be a crook, it doesn't mean everyone's like that.
Don't get all mushy on me now. Come on, what did we just learn?
You trust me, don't
People look out for their own interests. It's a fundamental law of nature, same as gravity and conservation of motion.
Well, I mean, except we've created artificial gravity.
This is why I hate metaphors. Look, I see a lot of people, inside and out. When you get down to it, we're all made of the same stuff. Once you accept that, nothing much surprises you.
Maybe you're right, but I'd still rather try for something better.
Well, let me know how that works out for you. Anyway, you really want to tell me you're helping the scientist because you think he'll save the colony?
As a matter of fact, I am.
And here I thought I'd seen it all. This galaxy must be bigger than I'd thought. Enough about Harlow, though. Anything else?
Look, let's just get going. So yeah, Parvati, you were born and raised in Edgewater on the same planet as Byzantium. Like I said, the way they talk about Byzantium, they make it sound like it's like this wholly different planet. Alright, so we need to go and meet his contact.
Do you mind? I'm meeting someone.
Yeah, Phineas sent me.
Shh. No names, okay? The Phoenix is a wanted man, and the board has eyes everywhere in Byzantium.
The Phoenix?
Yeah. That's my codename for... you know, our mutual friend.
And what's your code name?
Oh. I'm Golden Eagle.
Do I have a code name?
Yeah. I named you Cuckoo.
Seriously?
It makes sense if you think about it, because I didn't know who you were, and old Earth cuckoos would routinely trick other birds into feeding them.
Whatever, just give me the information I came for.
Does this mean I'm supposed to have one too? Fine, but make it a really good one.
Let's go with Rufus Hummingbird.
Forget it. Codenames are for amateurs anyway.
Too late. I've already marked it off. Can't just go reassigning codenames.
Oh, can I be chicken? Because chickens will adopt any critter's baby and keep him warm.
You sure you don't want to be Raven or Sparrowhawk?
Aw.
Okay. Chicken it is. Anyway, you're looking to make contact with Minister... Magpie, right? I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in his estate, which is heavily guarded.
Can't you just get me into the minister's estate?
Whoa, I'm not one of your B&E specialists. I just provide intelligence.
Okay, so what can you tell me?
Some of the guards hang around Billingsley's House of Inebriation between shifts.
That place is still open? I used to study there during medical school.
Maybe you could do some reconnaissance there. You know, swipe a key while nobody's looking.
Yeah, thanks for the tip.
Just remember, you didn't hear it from me.
Is there a way to catch the minister someplace less protected?
Afraid not. He almost never leaves his home, and his guards never leave him.
Can't say I blame him. It's scary out of doors. I mean, can you even count how many times we've been shot at?
What work specialists, huh? Our mutual friend is really branching out.
How exactly did you get involved in this anyway?
I've always been fascinated by birds. If you ever research Earth species, there are thousands of them, so colorful and distinct.
Here we got 11 flavors of terror rays and not much else. That kind of variety? I mean, gosh, seems almost impossible.
The other thing about birds, though, is their environmental indicators.
Yeah, when they die off, it's a sign something's wrong.
Exactly. I started thinking about everything we see around Halcyon, and all the things we don't see.
Like what?
For starters, you rarely come across anyone living in Byzantium who wasn't born here, even though we get ships in all the time.
Trust me, anyone with a lick of sense gets out of here as soon as possible.
But most people don't. In fact, most people stay exactly where they start. Doesn't that seem strange to you?
Kind of, yeah.
And then there's the way nothing gets fixed. There used to be a suggestion box around here. People would drop ideas in. Nothing ever came of them, of course.
That seems pretty normal, actually.
Sure, that part is. That's why they install shredders in those boxes, after all. But one day the shredder broke. No one came to fix it. And since it wasn't working, we didn't have anywhere to file our complaints. So you can imagine how messy things got.
I bet your repair folks couldn't find parts. Back in Edgewater, I'd have to take something apart just to put another thing back together.
Might have been the paperwork. Here, you have to append forms to your forms, and law help you if there's a single dash out of place.
And?
At first, management put up an out-of-order sign, but that just seemed to worry people, like they were advertising something wasn't working. They eventually took the whole suggestion box sign down so that people didn't have any expectations about it. But they never fixed it, never replaced it. Doesn't that seem odd to you?
Yeah.
The whole episode made me wonder, if they can't fix something as simple as a suggestion box, what else aren't they fixing? After a while, I got connected with our mutual friend and started using my position here to feed him information when I could. That's it, really.
Well, looks like I've got work to do. All right. So we'll find Chartrand. We're not necessarily going to kill her. All right, there's a workbench there. That's nice. Retirees? Wait.
I wonder if I'll get to meet Chairman Rockwell.
This is where retirees go, or at least what they're staging.
Feels like I've been waiting in line forever.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure you don't go anywhere. I'm pretty sure you guys just come here to die.
Nothing exciting ever happens around here.
So yeah, they have a retirement community, but I wouldn't trust that. I would not trust that. I'm surprised they haven't taken our guns off us. Like, you would think that, like, oh no, this is where the board stays. This is where, you know, this is where the big shit happens.
Why can't something exciting happen around here for once?
Nothing wrong with stability. It means everything's running like clockwork.
Don't you ever want a little fun? Maybe see a marauder ship get blown to bits overhead?
What a thing to say. Everyone knows marauders can't fly.
Hey.
Hey.
So yeah,
Hey, you! Yeah, you! The million-bit smile? How'd you like to make it worth 10 million? Kid, you got presence. Natural magnetism. Know what I mean?
I like where this is going.
Tell you what, you're gonna like it a whole lot more once we start talking bits. Listen, you got an agent? Some kind of representation?
I consider myself more of a freelancer.
Fresh, natural talent. I know it when I see it. Listen, you got a real special quality, raw energy. I see you in pictures, kid.
Just tell me what you're offering.
I'm making a feature, Space Pirates of Moros Prime. It's gonna be a hit. But we still need a star. And I think you got the chops.
Ah! Captain! You're gonna be in pictures!
Already got an entourage, huh? Way to get ahead of the game. So what do you say? You ready for the chance of a lifetime?
I'm in.
Terrific. We're holding auditions at the studio. Head to Odeon Pictures and take the elevator. You're going all the way to the top, baby.
Anti-cryospatial mask skin cream. Leaves you feeling fresh and tingling. Do not operate heavy machinery for 2 hours after application.
I've got a lot of questions about that.
Is that supposed to be a model of the system? Not super accurate.
I once treated a lady who got her hand caught in the gears. Idiot was more worried about her rings than her fingers.
Spacer's choice.
So let's see here. Okay, so we need to go one ring in.
It's not the best choice. It's the Spacer's choice.
I'm afraid I can't come down anymore, my good man. I'd have to request a counter waiver, and you know how dreadful the paperwork is.
Don't I ever, my dear fellow. Why, I spent 3 hours filing a discussion authorization just to commence our little tete-a-tete.
How we suffer.
Why does he sound like Matt Berry? Like, that is a very spot-on Matt Berry voice.
All right, how does this sound? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to walk into you like that. Oh my goodness! Ruth Bellamy? I simply adore your work.
We've been over this already. You can't rehearse running into Ruth Bellamy. It's not going to work.
Fine.
I don't know. She's pretty down to earth.
Citizens, today marks a monumentous occasion in the course of Halcyon history. After a deep and thorough examination of our budgets, revenue streams, and predictive models, we are publishing our yearly success report.
Okay.
Profits are soaring. Promotions abound. Thanks to your continued hard work, Halcyon is healthier and more productive than ever.
I'm calling bullshit on that.
In the coming months, Byzantium will be sure to see the many rewards reaped from your diligent labor. Once we nail down the details, I can't wait to share what's in store. For now, my friends, keep up the hard work.
Is it me, or could each of these homes fit all of Edgewater inside? Cannery and all.
I wouldn't go that far, but I mean, it's close.
There's my parents' place. Smell that? Industrial-grade cleaning solvent and desperation.
All right, let's go talk to Dr. Chartrand. Hello?
You think the privy's gold-plated too?
Oh, I'm sure. This looks like... This looks like the type of place that would be like, oh yeah, we got a solid gold shitter. Alright, so how the hell do we get down to where she is? Logs, let's see here. Cascadia compromised? I received a message that an unauthorized user was looking through the files on my Cascadia terminal. Maybe some marauder with 2 firing brain cells, maybe not. I hope whoever it is understands that the sacrifices made on Monarch and HRS 1084 serve a higher purpose. One day, when all of us have attained a new state of being, humanity may forgive my sins. My worst suspicions are confirmed. HRS 1084 was ransacked. Who knows what became of the suspension tanks, my team? As usual, my handlers on the board are no help. Until I deliver results they can replicate, package, and disperse to the general population, they desire only silence and obedience from the likes of me. Circumstances were hardly optimal on the primary and secondary labs. Political instability pulled Cascadia out from under me, and some combination of cabin fever and paranoia soured HRS 1084. Perhaps my home in steadfast Byzantium will offer the retreat I need. Though I miss working alongside colleagues, I know that I hardly deserve the ones I so enjoyed, the ones I lost. The work continues in isolation and loneliness, perhaps as it should. Ever since our species became aware of itself, we imposed our superiority on the worlds we touched. Colonialism worked, for a time. But our oldest trick didn't work in Halcyon, did it? Now we are the ones who must bow to a force greater than ourselves. We are the ones who must adapt. Update: wine makes me too introspective. Perhaps I'll balance it out with vodka. Alright, unseal the entrance to the lab. So I'm guessing that's, yeah, this one right here. So she actually had something labeled as, extraterrestrials, which is slightly concerning. Knock, knock, doc.
Look at the size of this basement. If someone back home wanted to make a secret lab, they'd have to put it in a closet.
Knock, knock, doc.
That's far enough. What are you doing here? How did you even get inside?
I'm the one asking the questions.
You're in my house, and I'm not fucking around. Start talking.
Fine. Lilia Hagen sent me to kill you.
If anyone ever tries to off me, I hope they do it with the same professional courtesy.
Hagen? I've never heard of her. Is she from the board? Damn it. I knew this would happen.
Why would the board want you dead?
To keep me quiet. But if you didn't know that, I'm guessing they didn't send you. I always assumed they would put a bullet in my head one of these days. I don't know anyone named Hagen.
Lilia runs Sublight Salvage on Groundbreaker. Good boss. Bit of a live wire.
That's a gentlemanly way of putting it, Captain. She's obsessed with aliens.
This is utter nonsense. I've never even been to Groundbreaker.
You've been to Cascadia and Station 1084. I know all of your dirty secrets.
What happened to the team? Tell me you didn't move their suspension tanks.
Sublight took over the lab. Your human aquariums are probably just office decor.
Small consolation. My team, the finest minds of their generation, reduced to salvage.
What were they trying to prove by experimenting on themselves?
We were trying to prove that the colony could survive the crisis bearing down on us.
What crisis?
What are you doing, Doctor? This information is beyond classified.
You can write me up in your report. It hardly matters. I'm researching a new way to feed the colony. The crops we transplanted from Earth don't give us the nutrients we need. Our colonists might not realize it yet, but they're starving.
This is startling, but it doesn't explain the research I found.
The food we grow here barely sustains human life. The colony won't last under these conditions. So, the board let me approach the problem from a different angle. I believed that I could adapt humans to live on Halcyon's terms. That I could change us. Give us the ability to derive sustenance from the nutrients the food does have.
Right, if it can't feed humans, don't be human. Hold on, what about the aliens?
Look around. We're the only intelligent aliens in Halcyon.
You know, the adaptation didn't save your research team.
Not for lack of trying. I wanted to save them all, but I wasn't strong enough.
You burned through a lot of valuable scientists to arrive at a zero solutions.
I wouldn't allow us to experiment on convicts or the unemployed. It's wrong, no matter what the law says. Everyone agreed. We accepted the risks. I'm desperate. I've already asked all the best institutes on Earth for help. Years ago, we sent a message out on the Cornelius Vanderbilt, but heard nothing back.
Wait, that's the one where the assault cruisers, yeah, that was one of the assault cruisers patrolling Halcyon.
It's been missing for over 2 years now. They never reestablished contact after the skip to Earth. Of course, the board is keeping that under wraps.
Imagine losing something with that many guns on it.
How'd you lose half a pair of ships like it were a sock?
The board is uneasy about letting the colony know, seeing as half of their military force vanished without a trace.
Look, Lilia sent me after conspiracies, but it looks like I found a cover-up instead.
I'd prefer if you didn't use my name when you talk about this. My contract has a list of very terrible consequences for breaking secrecy.
So the board wants to adapt the entire population of Halcyon?
Once we can replicate a success, the board will move to rewire our nucleon. With any luck, our next generation will be eating and thriving off Halcyon crops.
Knowing what the board considers a success, that doesn't give me a lot of hope.
Yeah.
You really think the board got our best interests at heart? I mean, they say, but I'm just not sure.
They don't.
We haven't made enough strides to advance the plan. Hardly any at all. But we have to keep trying.
All right, enough talk. Where do we go from here?
You came to kill me. I assume that's still on the table. Please don't. If I die, there's no one who can reproduce our work. Every sacrifice will have been for nothing. And we'll be no closer to a solution that feeds the colony.
All right, let's ask our companions. Ellie?
I try not to, least when it comes to the moral dilemmas. Lilia Hagen's a useful ally to have, but I'll back you up either way.
Everything I did was for the good of the colony. Consider that.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Sorry? Parvati?
Seems like she's trying to help, Captain. Honest help. Ain't many in the colony doing that. We should let her try.
I hope you know what you're doing, Captain. I leave it in your hands.
Say, do you know Phineas Wells? If you work with him, I'll spare you.
The one on the wanted posters? They say he's an anarchist. A madman, a butcher. I'll do it.
Doctor!
Wow!
What choice do I have, Commander?
You know, in the future, try and stay away from any plans that hack our species.
What kind of scientist would I be if I held to a promise like that?
Alright, that's fair.
I need to get out of here. Phineas can contact me when he's ready to work together. For now, I'd better pack up the lab and head somewhere discreet.
Not so fast. Captain, what you just learned is beyond your clearance. Hell, it's beyond mine. Give me one reason why I should let you walk out of here alive.
It's less work than hauling my corpse out of here?
Wrong answer.
Incoming!
Alright, but here's the question. Did the doc get away? I mean, I don't see her body anywhere. Okay, she did survive.
I hope Dr. Wells has the resources to handle this project.
So this is, yes, this is Subject L'Oreal. Subject will need medical treatment beyond our current understanding before any attempt at extraction is made. You should have let me go, Lore. I drew the short straw. It was my turn. I don't think I'm strong enough to go on without you. I'll never stop searching for a way to bring you back. If I fail, if the architect anoints your place in the equation. Alright. So yeah, I mean, she's not trying, you know, she's not trying to kill everybody. She's not part of some alien, well, I guess she is kind of part of an alien experimentation and cabal, but the aliens are humans, because we are aliens on this planet. Acropolis?
The Acropolis district is off limits. Move along.
Okay. I'm not even gonna fuck with that shit. So we have the Prosperity Plaza. See, if I remember right, there's a shop.
You must be joking. Miss Ellie, Dr. Finhill. I notice your pistol's been making a funny noise.
What are you talking about? I oil it every night.
Well, look here. Your slide's not recoiling fully. You might be due for a new spring. I could take a look, maybe fix it for you.
Sure. I'm short on bits at the moment, but I'll pay you back.
Oh, no. I mean, it don't cost nothing. I got a spare spring in my pocket here, even.
Everything's got a price.
My excessively large firearm.
So there's the House of Inebriation.
Your best find this week. Go.
Vending machine.
I've always loved.
Ah, yes, the tailor shop.
You, with the hips. Over here.
Take a closer look at you. Don't speak. Hold that posture for a moment while I admire you. You have a natural contrapposto, my dear. The way you rest your weight against your hip
suggests a certain rugged charisma possessed only by the mighty primal and the well-traveled spacer. Splendid. I love it.
That's me, rugged and well-traveled.
Ah, Celeste, you've done it again. I knew from the moment I laid eyes on you that I'd found my muse. I'm Celeste Jolicoeur, and you, my dear, are exactly what Byzantium needs.
Are you trying to sell me on something?
I'm an artist, darling, not a tweed merchant. I don't sell things. I pollinate the world with art. I'm working on a new line of clothing that will shock this city to its core, and I'd like your help. What do you say, my dear? Care to make history with me?
Sounds like fun. Count me in.
Marvelous! You and I are gonna wake this city up like a cold splash of wine to the face. What I need is a survey of the outside world. What does the common laborer wear? How do the wild-eyed madmen of Monarch dress themselves? I've heard rumors, but I require samples.
Of course you do.
Also, I expect you to model for me.
Any excuse to admire my looks, huh? Can't blame ya.
Oh, you cad. You'll be the talk of Byzantium once I'm done with you. I'll need you to model for me the following: the apparel of an iconoclast, the armor of a marauder, and a full ensemble of spacer gear, helmet included. And when I say spacer gear, I mean an outfit worn by real spacers. None of that garbage spacer's choice pedals.
Okay.
You have the bearing and demeanor of a born model. You're going to absolutely murder this job.
I'll see what I can do.
Fabulous! I can't wait to see what you dredge up.
So, by the way, where am I supposed to find spacer
If
gear?
I were an enterprising spacer in need of a wardrobe, I'd probably head to...
All right, can I buy something? I want to buy some... Ooh, glasses. That include science, include hacking, coat of arms, utility, increases refresh rate, improved tech kit. I think that's actually what we've got on our armor right now. So let's see here. 5 determination, 5 persuasion. What is it that we're wearing? We are wearing something that gives us 5 leadership and 7 persuasion. Because it's a nice hat. Not just the Oxonian. So yeah, we've got a lot of options for clothing and stuff. We've got a bowler. We've got a fedora. That's actually a trilby. The Duchess. We've got the Oxian. But like I said, the Oxian is actually much worse than what we've already have. So all right, let's head back to the Groundbreaker. Let's talk to Lilia. I'm sure she's going to be ecstatic about our stuff. But
Sam, I must confess, I have not been cleaned for far too long. You're sure this will... Oh, yes. That's the spot exactly. Why, I didn't expect you to be so thorough. I am ashamed to admit. Oh, Captain, there you are. Pardon, but perhaps you could afford us some privacy, please?
I'm okay with that. I will be in the galley. Wow. So yeah. Woo. They oh my god, I did not realize that the recording had his fucking arm stuck to it. Wow, that is disturbing. Oh my god, that is disturbing. What the fuck, man?
I believe your choice to spare Chartrand would be considered the honorable path, yes?
Yes.
Sublight's money is inconsequential in the face of ethics.
You still have this, like, Well, what I'm guessing is your O face, or as close as you can get to an O face. Like, she is just like, oh, she was not expecting that.
We've arrived at the groundbreaker.
Sam, no.
Greetings, customer.
No, Sam, you can go back to cleaning her. All right, so let's head out. Like I said, we'll turn this into Lilia and say, yo, no, we're not killing her. Fuck off, bitch. And maybe we'll stop and see if we can't get some spacers, some proper spacer attire. So we need spacer attire, iconoclast, marauder.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch, sugar gel flakes, and purple berry flavored power nuggets. Now with what?
Looking for some space? Don't take my word for it. See for yourself. Make a choice. Spacer's choice.
You work for Space Choice. Ever been to Edgewater?
Heard of it. My orientation aether wave showed that famous Saltuna cannery, which I'm sure smells as good as it looks.
But why? It's not so bad. They're struggling, but they've got good hearts.
Yeah. I hope they're gonna be okay.
They'll be fine.
That's a spacer's choice, Spirit. Take what you have, polish it up, and make the best of it. So, what can I get you? Some soap? Have a look.
All right, let's look at your armor. So, oh wow, we can actually buy the Moon Man costume. Provides what? They all just provide lie? So yeah, I'm not sure what constitutes a spacer helmet.
C&P chicken and potatoes. At C&P, we know.
I don't think they're gonna be real happy. I don't think she's gonna be happy with us, guys. So make sure your weapons are fully loaded. Hi.
Is it done?
I spoke to Chartrand. I'm not gonna kill her.
Well, damn. Contractor grew a conscience. As your employer, I'm both angry and disappointed. I'll add that to your file. Technically, I owe you an exit interview. Care to justify your betrayal of our species, or are we finished here?
Look, you misunderstood her research. She's our best shot at surviving. Well, I don't know if she's our best shot. But you're crazy, and I'm not killing someone to feed your paranoia.
Seeing as you're the first one to complain about my paranoia, have you ever considered that you might be the problem? Out of my office. We're done.
This is why I always ask for half my payment up front.
Makes
You
sense.
think maybe she's got an itchy trigger finger? I don't want to find out.
I said get out.
Miss Lilia says we ain't supposed to talk.
But who gives a fuck what she says? I mean, we made more than enough money off of these people.
Sublight for life. The corporation's never lifted a finger for me. Salvage is a family business. We've got each other's backs.
Don't run. We lost another contractor to UDL gunship. This is your daily reminder that legitimate businesses don't run from the authorities. And that is what we are. Stay calm. Present your papers. If you get, and that is what we are. Stay calm, present your papers. If you get tangled up in the courts, we will personally bail you out. Anyone seen Hawthorne lately? I could use some reliable help. Well, I mean, that's...
CNP pancake mix. Now requires no mixing. Seriously, don't mix it.
I mean, you have to mix it with water, don't you?
When might we expect you out here again? Canned surfish is already sold out again.
All right, so this is where we're going to save for tonight. This feels like a good place to end. It's just, yeah, it's like I said, we've done what we've done what we came here to do. We have gone in, we've gotten resolution. We have gotten resolution as far as where that storyline ends. Now we have a lot of stuff in Byzantium. We've got to find some fetching clothes and stuff like that. But that'll be what we'll do tomorrow. We'll kind of like hunt up the specialty stuff. We'll see what we can do as far as the clothing. Maybe we'll take our place on the aether waves and be a space hero in the movies. Who knows? Anyway, as always, thank you guys very much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you're new here, don't forget to consider prodding that subscribe button. If you want to be kept up to date of when we go live and stuff like that, make sure to ring the bell. But also, check out the social media links down below, the Facebook page, the Twitter account, the Tumblr account, and the permanent invite for our Discord server, where I make sure to notify you of when we go live and stuff like that. All that so that you can stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions. Cheerio!